Hey everyone, I'm Chris and welcome back to the channel where we talk about investing, real estate, and saving money to help you guys achieve financial freedom. In today's video, we're going to talk about generational wealth. So first of all, what is generational wealth? It's wealth in the form of cash, assets, and education that you can pass down to your children and to the next generation. For many of us, financial security means having money to pay all our bills, not having bad debt, and having money saved up for retirement. For people with children, this will include building a strong foundation for your child's financial future. I don't have kids at the moment. It's part of our plan as a family. However, we're already building the foundation so that our kids will inherit generational wealth. I myself have inherited generational wealth, but don't get me wrong, it wasn't a handout. My parents weren't rich. However, I definitely learned some valuable financial lessons from them. Growing up, I've always heard them say to live below your means and to invest your money, and I've seen them live that life. They gave me a good education. They paid for my nursing degree back in the Philippines, so I never had any student loans, and that alone is a huge advantage. Furthermore, they loaned me the money to be able to migrate to another country because I never would have been able to afford it myself. Migrating to another country is very expensive, and I never would be where I am today had they not built that foundation for me. Let's start with my favorite way of building wealth, and that is through real estate investing. One advantage of owning your own home is that a house will double its value in 7 to 10 years. It's different for every country. However, it's definitely a reality here in New Zealand. Another advantage is that when you own your own home and you have the equity and capital gains, it'll be so much easier to get approved for a loan from the bank to buy investment properties. Rental investing is a great source of steady cash flow, and that is something you can pass down from one generation to the next. There's something I learned during quarantine last year, and that is stock market investing. It's a common misconception out there that putting your money into stocks is like gambling, and I have to admit I had that misconception myself before I took the time to study the stock market, and that misconception is entirely false. There are so many ways to safely invest your money into the stock market, like putting it into an S&P 500 index, because historically this index fund has always recovered after a recession. So putting your money into the stock market is a great way to grow your money and build wealth. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because I cover this in 2 of my videos. I'm going to put the link right here so you can check it out. If you're willing to take risks and put in the work, then building a business is a great way to build wealth. This is something I haven't done before. However, it's something I want to achieve in the next few years. So watch this space. I was very close to buying a business last year. However, I didn't go through with it because I had a lot of fears, because it's just something that I haven't done before. However, I know a business is a great source of income, and this is something that you can pass down to your children. Getting life insurance is another way to pass down wealth in the form of cash. When we bought our first house, this is something that we got straight away because we thought in case one of us dies, at least the mortgage will be paid off and the other person won't have to struggle financially. Even if you don't own assets, this is a great way to leave behind a significant amount of money so that you can help out your loved ones financially. To make sure your family and your assets are protected, get a will. To anyone watching this video, no matter how young you are, get a will. This is one of the most important things that you can do for your family. There are so many advantages to getting a will. It will legally protect your family and your assets, and also you can spell out exactly how you want your assets divided so that your family won't have to fight over it. Another way to build generational wealth is to invest in your child's education. You can start by opening up an investment account so that it will cover your child's college or university education. A higher education will set them up to be able to support themselves by getting high-paying jobs. When they finish university without any student loans, even if this is the only thing that you do for them, it will still be a huge advantage to them financially. Passing down real estate, stocks, and businesses is great. However, there's a possibility that this will be wasted if you don't teach your children about personal finance. I think this is one of the most important ways to pass down generational wealth, and this is exactly what my parents did for me. However, traditionally, personal finance isn't taught in school, so you have to make sure that you give them this education. You can teach them about saving money, investing, living below your means, having an emergency fund, and avoiding bad debt like credit card and personal loans. There are so many free resources out there on YouTube, in podcasts, and in books. Building generational wealth isn't the easiest thing to do. However, if you already got your financial security planned out, building the foundation for the next generation is the next thing to do, and it will have a tremendous effect on their financial future. If you want to know more about my investing journey, you can check out this playlist right here. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!